Shadow Rider Calyrex VMax League Battle Deck. Yes, this deck is already made for you. These are all the cards. You get these dice, damage counters, and status markers. So let's see what we got. Shadow Rider Calyrex VMax. It's actually a pretty good VMax because let's see how this looks first. Let's see if these cards are in good shape or not. Yeah, they look pretty nice in the back. Always look in the back because that's what. Yeah, you see that? You see what I mean? It's probably, you could probably get that out. But if you're looking to get these graded, always look at the back. The front can look as good as it wants, but if the back doesn't look good, it's not going to receive the grade that it deserves. But you see how Shadow Rider, he's pretty good. The basic one's alright. I mean, you just do some standard attacks. You have the Shadow Mist. They can't play any special energy or stadiums. So in a way, you could set that up for the next turn. What is it? Path of the something that prevents any Pokemon with abilities to use their ability, or the rule box to use their ability. So you could just use this attack first, VMax next turn, and then use the special attack. Use the attack of the VMax, which is the ability most important, because look at that. That's just like Malamar back in a couple years ago. You attach an energy from a discard, but this one is attach energy from your hand. And if you do draw two cards, which is really good. Malamar, if y'all remember, did it from the discard pile. Shadow Rider does it from your hand. So let's take a look at the back. You can see that it's pretty nice. I don't see any really marks in the back. So maybe this one a little bit. But you could probably sell these or get them graded. Whatever you like. You get damage counters, the status markers. You got the deck right here. So what does it come with exactly? It comes with, damn. It's all good though, as long as see the back. Make sure the back's okay. The bed is all right. It's okay to a certain extent when you're trying to sell these cards, but so you have all these energies. You have 15 of them. Don't really need. So the Articuno, right? Galarian Articuno. When you play his hand onto your bench, you may attach 2 energy from your hand, which is pretty good. Because look at the attack. You can set up for the attack immediately. So that's a good basic without a rule box Pokemon, because you're only taking one prize, right? That one prize could mean a lot. You got the air balloons. You got your Marnies, which is very, very important to disrupt your opponent's hand. Because what if they got the card, they have the cards they need to set up for the next hand or their next turn, but you can disrupt them easily by doing that. So Marnie's really good. Professor, you should have 4 of them. That's a staple. Boss's orders, you have 3 of them. Very important. It's still kind of bent, but I mean, it's still good. The training court. Once during each player's turn, that player may put a basic from their discard pile to their hand. So that's good for setting up this ability. It's very good. The synergy is there. You get 3 of them. Honestly, you might want to put 4, but that's for another discussion. fog crystals. Search your deck for a psychic or energy or a basic psychic. So that's, you don't have to discard anything, right? That's a pretty good card. 4 of them. That's standard for this deck because that's a free search, right? It's a free Ultra Ball. You don't have to discard anything. They replaced the Ultra Balls with these fog crystals, but if you want to be more consistent, you could do 4 Ultra Balls along with the 4 fog crystals, because you have 2 great balls and then you have 4 quick balls. So that's up to you. You can change this deck up. This is just a suggested deck that they have. This ordinary rod's really good, very important to your deck, or 2 basic energies into your deck. So really good here. Evolution Incense, 4 of them, just to find the VMax. Your switches, you have 2 of them, and now you have your basics. So you have Cresselia. You have at least 5 energy displays, 90 more. This is a pretty good basic Pokemon. And then the first one is search your deck for energy card attached to one of your. If you go second, search up to 3. So that is a really good basic Pokemon that you want to start with in the beginning of the match to get all that. And then of course Pumpkin Boot to discard a stadium, right? You need one of these because that stadium, like the Path of the Peak or whatever that stadium is that prevents Calyrex from doing that ability, this gets rid of it. So this is a very good card to have. I would also add in a Lost Vacuum, because that card, you discard a card, but then you put the stadium in the Lost Zone, which they can't get back. So that's a card to have. These 4 Evolution Incense, the really only evolution Pokemon is these Calyrex. So honestly, I would even slim that down to 2 or 1, put some Ultra Balls in there, and then I would maybe have one more, could have the Luminion, the search for your supporter per turn. I'd have that. You can even have a Crobat too if you wanted, but the Crobat is going to occupy your bench space, so you're limited to more Pokemon that you can put on there. So all in all, this is a pretty good deck. Pretty good suggestion that you have. Of course, I wouldn't go with this deck list because I would change, the Ultra Balls, of course, because that's a staple. You need 4 Ultra Balls, right? So as long as you can find some things to take out and to replace, you should be good to go. But the energy acceleration is there with the stadium. You have your basic attackers that are 1 prize, so that could give you an edge, because more than likely you're going against 2 to 3 prize attackers from your opponent. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video.